All right, Ray, let's get into it. Today we're tackling a big one, the S&P 500.
Okay, let me just ask you this right off the bat. What if I told you you could own a piece of Apple for just $1? I mean, that sounds kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, that's a great question, Jack. And to really get into it, we got to talk about the S&P 500. Just think of it as the big leagues, the absolute major leagues of the stock market. This is where the heavy hitters live, the most powerful companies on the planet.
We're talking about the names you hear every single day, the ones that literally shape our world. You've got Apple, of course.
Then you've got a giant like Microsoft, a titan for decades, right?
And you can't forget the powerhouse everyone's talking about right now, NVIDIA. These are the companies that, look, let's be honest, most people think are completely out of reach for someone like them.
That's it. Right there. That is the wall that stops so many people dead in their tracks. They see these huge names, these massive stock prices, and just figure, nope, not for me. I can't afford that. They think there's this huge price tag just to get in the door. But honestly, it's a total myth. Yeah, the common wisdom, right, the thing everyone thinks is true, is that you need some kind of massive bank account to even think about owning a piece of these companies. It feels like this exclusive club. And if you don't have thousands and thousands of dollars just lying around, well, you're not invited. But that could not be further from the truth.
Yeah, people get scared off by the name S&P 500. It sounds complicated, but when you really break it down, it's actually super simple. All it is basically a big shopping basket. And inside that basket, you've got the 500 biggest, most successful companies in the entire U.S. economy. That's it.
Exactly. It's just a basket. And listen, there's a super simple way to own a little piece of everything in that basket. A doorway, really. And it's one that most people just walk right past because they're convinced it has to be way more complicated than it is.
So here's the thing. Here's the secret that's just hiding in plain sight. It's the one tiny detail that just changes the entire game. You do not have to buy a whole share of any of these companies.
You can get started with just $1. Literally, a single buck. That's it. That is your price of admission. So how is this even possible? Well, the tool that unlocks all of this is something called an S&P 500 index fund. Let's just take an example, like Schwab's fund. Its ticker is SWPX. With one click, one investment, you're buying a tiny little sliver of all 500 of those top companies, all at once. Your money is instantly spread out across the whole market. For anyone just starting out, this is, without a doubt, the smartest way to go. And look, this is a really important point. This is about so much more than just putting a dollar somewhere. This is about a fundamental shift, a shift in how you see yourself. The minute you do this, you stop being just a consumer of these companies' products. You actually become an owner. Now, really, stop and think about that for a second. For less than the price of a coffee, you are now a part owner of the 500 most powerful, most successful businesses on Earth. Suddenly, their success is your success. You're on the team. You get to ride their growth, hopefully, for years and years to come. So what's the bottom line here? What do you need to take away from this? It's really just three things. 1, the excuses are gone. I don't have enough money, it's off the table. 2, you can start right where you are right now with whatever you've got. And 3, this is the magic part, you just let it do its thing. You let it grow. That's the entire game plan.
So the path is laid out for you. The dollar, it's probably in your pocket or your bank account right now. And the knowledge, well, you have it now. So we're just going to leave you with one final thought, one question. The excuse is gone. So, what are you going to do now?